Oh, for crap's sake. Hey, Chris. Okay, is it coming back on? My tablet's saying it's still hourglassing, so I wasn't sure if we're getting through or not. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was playing with the tablet trying to get it to read the comments, but it's not for some reason. It's up there, but it's not reading comments, so I'm just have to take care of them here. Um, so I'm back again. That's good. Um, we've been having trouble with our internet the last couple of days. I think it's because there was a big solar flare. So it's messing with the network connections. So, but unfortunately, but anyway, what I was saying, I think when we went dead was I was talking about Chris said she glues her clamshells on, and in that instance, you'd also lose the clamshell if you needed to change something because you just cut it off right here at the clamshell and then take off what you want off and put a new clamshell on. Ah, that's interesting. Um, yeah, I'm allergic to a lot of the medical tapes, not all of it, but most of it. Those of you who've been with me for a while, I showed you the big bruise that I got on this arm after they took my blood test because I'd left the tape on too long, and when I pulled it off, it left a big bruise there. So I get lovely rashes and things. So even though this tape does not appear to be giving me the rash, I am really itchy. So I'm not sure if part of that's the tape or if it's all or if it's all just healing stuff. Ooh, that sounds cool, Heather. Some wood. Excellent. Wood carved turtles. That might be fun. I reminded you when I pulled my turtle up, didn't I? That you had turtles. For those of you who haven't seen my tattoo, it's my turtle. It just gets itchy after a few days, Chris. Well, then that might be exactly what it is because it's pretty darn itchy. Um, I was just awake just because I just could not stop the itching a night before last. And when my husband woke up, because he tends to wake up really early, he leaves for work at like 5:30. And he said, "Have you tried putting ice on it?" And I'm like, "For itch? I hadn't even thought about it." But he said, "Well, let's give it a try." And it actually worked. So I managed to get a couple of hours sleep. But it's been itching pretty good lately. And not only that, because they've had me wear compression socks. And any of those of you who've been in the hospital and had surgery and had to have compression socks in the hospital, they call them TED socks for something. I can't remember what the TED stands for, but it's to keep you from getting blood clots. And they have a hole in the toe. Not big enough that your whole foot will slide through, but big enough that, at least one or two of your toes will slide into the hole. And so that sort of irritating me too because, well, I don't like socks in the first place. I'd just as soon not have any socks on at all, but have to. So, and so it's not one thing, it's another, right? So, but at least it's healing. I am able to walk on it a little better. I laughed to my daughter the other day because I realized that when I first get up onto my walker, I always have that foot on tiptoe. And I'm like, why do you do that? And I have no idea. Uh, oh, thank you, Heather. Heather's saying that she knows that I love turtles, so she wanted to make sure they were in the you know, the thing I think that's showing on my tablet is not the one we're doing right now, but is the one we did before, because it's showing some stuff that we'd already done. So I think I may just shut it off because it's just going to irritate me having it up there not showing the right thing, you know. So that way I won't get irritated by trying to watch it and see comments that aren't going to show up because it's got the wrong thing on. But that's the way it goes. Actually, I think I just got the proper one up. How intriguing. I was just about to turn it off. Um, anyway, so right now I have an ice pack on my knee. And I've taken my ace bandage off. They did tell me I could take my ace bandage off that wraps all the way up and down my leg. Um, a couple of hour for a couple of hour periods, but I'd have to have it back on for a couple hours and back and forth. So that's helpful because of course your ace bandage, when it's on your leg and you're bending your leg, it goes down into the curve of your knee, and then it's another irritation. So so I do have that off right now, so that's nice. So things are a pain in the butt. The socks, they are. You'd rather have socks and not shoes? I have I would rather just go barefoot. So not have neither on. But I do have if I do go outside and feel I need to have shoes on, I have what they call a barefoot sneaker, and it's really lightweight, and it's got it's very comfortable. You hardly feel that it's on. So unless my feet are swelling up, which they do sometimes, and then I know it's on. But hey, Sid. Hey, Kimberly. Well, that's all right. We're just chatting anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. Um, I hadn't planned anything for today, so um, I hadn't planned anything for today, so we don't have any real goings on that we're doing. So I had, like I said, debated making some paperclip earrings. Sorry, dry throat. Oh, I bet so, Jenny. I'd go bonkers if I have to wear these things for months too. It's going to be bad enough for having to wear them for a month or so. I don't know exactly how long I have to wear them. I know I have my doctor's appointment is next Tuesday, and it's at 9:30, so I won't be on live next week on Tuesday, unless I come on later in the day, because I do have to go have my first doctor's appointment after my surgery, and they said they were going to take off the bandages, so we'll see what it looks like after that. I jokingly told my husband if I have a big ugly scar, but when it heals up well enough that I can do it, I'm gonna have a tattoo of a zipper put on it. Am I doing physical therapy? I don't start physical therapy with the therapists until next week. In fact, I got to call them and make my appointment. I'm supposed to start that after I see. It's not my doctor; it's his assistant on Tuesday. So then I start that, but I am doing. They did give me some exercises to do here at the house, and I'm supposed to do those 2 or 3 times a day. And Beth yelled at me the other day because I wasn't doing them all. I do some of them. Some of them I just do automatically because I've gotten used to doing them. And while I'm sitting in my chair or something, I'll just notice I'm doing my foot flexes or my knee bends or, but no, I don't start physical therapy till next week. So we'll see how much irritation that causes me, because I'm sure it's going to cause me a bit. It's like, yeah. So anyway, I just keep thinking we would need to do something. I just don't know what I want to do here. It hurts, but it's necessary. Yeah. Hi, Brandy. Yeah, I know. They told me that. And my daughter says that too. She says, Mom, if you don't do it, your knee's going to lock up. You're not going to like that. Even worse. And she's probably right. Irritations having nurses for kids. But in the other hand, I know that I'm going to do at least most of everything I'm supposed to, because if I don't, she's going to have my head. She may be my kid, but So, so I do still have to make quite a few sets of the necklaces and earrings. And the necklaces, let's face it, I can whip those out in no time. And actually the earrings sort of too, because they're not a hard design. They're pretty simple. But we made them yesterday. We don't need to make them again today. But I was thinking of I have stuff piled up here on my bargain bead boxes. So naughty me. Oh, this is Floral Fantasy. This one's old. Oh, this one's out because I made the Barbie jewelry using the Floral Fantasy kit. I have some gold paper clip chain right beside me. So I was thinking of maybe seeing if there's anything in here I would like to make some little earrings with the paper clip chain from. Because like I say, they're very simple to make, really easy. You just need a few things. And looks like I'm getting one of those friend requests from a man again. Do you guys ever get those? I get all kinds of friend requests from men. Oh, you look like a lovely lady. I think I would really like to know you. Can you send me a friend request? No, I don't know you. I don't want to. I make one of a kind, Chris. The only time I make multiples of things is when I'm making them for a specific thing. Like these that I'm making multiples of right now are for my nurses at the hospital. I'm making them an earring and necklace sets. And, but the only other time I Oh, yeah, Heather. It's very irritating. And then I sometimes I go into the profile to see if, they really do, like, they're, if they're a jewelry person or something, because there are a few men that are jewelry people like us, but they're few and far between. So when when they show up, I'm like, who are you and what do you want, kind of thing. And because usually they're attached, the messages are attached. If they're not just a straight friend request, they're a message saying, oh, for some reason it wouldn't let me send you a friend request, could you send one to me on one of my jewelry pieces, that I've posted? And I'm like, no, I could not send one to you. I just delete the message. But I always, go over and look at their profile to see if there's, if they are a jewelry person, because I know there are a few men jewelry people. Um, in fact, for a while, I wondered if Charlie was, because her name's Charlie. But as we all know, or a lot of us know, Charlie is a woman, and a very talented woman too. Her pieces just amaze me. Um, she put up one either today or yesterday with a whole bunch of like a little cha-cha necklace. That's just gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Heather. They're all new profiles, or they have no friends, or there's nothing on them. I mean, they might have two or three things, but there's nothing. And exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right, Mary. And you get, they have no profile, they have no, I don't know, like this, I don't, you know they don't have anything they're following or anything like that. They're just these dead profiles, and I'm like, I don't need this crap, go away. It's sort of like sometimes when I post things on my new things on Etsy, and then I put it in into my regular Facebook, that it's over there, then I'll get all kinds of crud from people going, how's your Etsy shop doing? If it's not doing good, I can help you with that. Why don't you contact me? And I'm like, why don't you leave me alone? Oh, Charlie. Oh boy. Well, I'm sorry I made you blush, Charlie, but the some of the I just love some of your work. It's beautiful. And Beth's too, Beth. She is also, if you haven't seen Beth's work, uh you can quite frequently go and go over to the Bargain Bead Box. Oh, what is their site called? It's on the paper here. I'll just look. Oh, come on. It should be right there. Oh, yeah. Bargain Beatbox Creative Corner. Um, if you have never seen Charlie or Beth's work, go over to the Creative Corner, Bargain Beatbox Creative Corner, and search for them. Charlie Farrar, and I don't know if that's pronounced right, Charlie. If I'm not pronouncing Farrar right, then by all means let me know. And Beth Velu, and their work is stunning. Um, and Beth is always saying, oh, but I'm just a beginner, I don't do that great of work. Oh, yes, you do, Beth. Some of your stuff just blows me away. I think it's great. Um, Photo with a dog included. So, yeah, I just love both of those ladies' works. So if you haven't seen them, and both of them are here, I've noticed them, and but they're just just gorgeous. It's just beautiful, stunning work. So definitely go check those out. Um, the other one of the bunch over there on Beadbox Bargains Creative Corner that always blows me away is Joy Ortega. She has some absolutely beautiful pieces as well. So yeah, definitely, definitely check those ladies' works out. They are wonderful. So Heather says that she can't, well, we'll say bull crap because, that other word I'm not supposed to say on YouTube, or I have to proclaim that I've said it. The algorithms get a little upset with us. Um, and, and she is agreeing with me that they're very talented, and they are. I am really, really blown away by some of their work sometimes. So anyway, we could turn down and make a really simple pair of paperclip earrings by just grabbing what I have around me. I know I have some, and somebody asked me where I got the paperclip chain. I saw that flow by, and I didn't grab it. So I'm going to this is one of the batch I got, and it's in this bag of chain. And I was thinking, oh, I got this from Beadbox Bargains, but I'm not sure I did, because it doesn't have the sticker on it. But I'm not sure where I did get it from, to be truthful with you. I have got it from I want to say Fire Mountain, but I'm not sure. Usually I write these things down for myself, but it don't appear to have it now. So, I know I have gotten it from Jesse James Beads before, but there's a lot of these companies that get something, they don't keep it for very long, unfortunately, because you get attached to something and then they don't carry it anymore, and it's really depressing when that happens. Anyway, to me it is. But you don't like the paperclip chain, or you don't like the necklaces that you bought, Kimberly? Huh. I hadn't heard that, Mary, but I don't really buy too many. The pearls I've been getting lately, oh, sorry, trying to rearrange my knee a little bit on the box I have it propped up on. I just get them from Beadbox Bargains, and you love it, but you want a good bulk source. Well, if I find one, I'll let you know. I've never really searched for it. I tend to just buy it when I see it. Oh, it's like, oh, look, there's some of that. I want some of that, and just grab it up. But I don't. Oh, I just got a notification about my appointment next week. Yes, I know it's there, honey. I already confirmed it. And I have noticed that, well, though if you don't have a wholesale account, you can't get into it. I was going to say, I have noticed that Dakota Stones is now carrying chain. You wonder why? Because you love using the colored pearls, Charlie? That's a good question. Why? Who knows? But then, let's face it, Swarovski, there's that naughty word. decided they didn't need to sell any of their crystal stuff anymore. So I still have a lot of them because I hoard them. But you know, of course, I won a prize with like was that like a year or 2 years ago that I won the prize? It might have been 2 years ago. Dakota Stones was having a big a big contest. Well, it was like a drawing or a what. Anyway, you purchased the tickets and stuff. And I won third prize. And in that third prize was a whole bunch of odds and ends amounts of things from various companies. And I won a whole bunch of boxes of Swan, of various, and I haven't really used that much. Lately, I've actually, when I've had an order, I've been, and I know it's a beading person, I've been giving some of these as free gifts. These are the jet flowers, and and then for a long time, I was also giving out, here's some of, well, getting low on those. These are my little black jet tiny butterflies. Have I seen an increase in prices from Dakota Stones? Maybe a little, but not too much. Exactly, Chris. Beth is extremely good with 3-strand necklaces. And I mean, I've been designing and making necklaces and stuff for years, and I still sometimes will get one halfway made and go, okay, that's not dropping right. I don't like the way that's doing that, and I'll start pulling things apart again. So, you know, okay, I missed something, so I want to see what it is. Yeah, Charlie sets are fabulous. Yeah. Oh, with the paperclip chain necklaces that you bought that you didn't like, you can cut the link out and put a bar necklace in the middle. You can. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be a great use for it. That would be perfect, actually. The jet flowers, you loved them? Well, I have a whole box of them. Let's see how many is in this box. Of course, I've sent some of them away and used some of them myself. 288 pieces. And I don't know how many I have used, or they have all these little individual trays. Looks like I've used 24, about 32 of them. So I still have over 200 of them left. Oh dear, your phone died, Beth. No, we can't be having that. Am I using StreamYard for this live? No, I'm going directly to YouTube. So yeah, I just went directly to YouTube. That's how I usually record, is just going directly to YouTube. In fact, there's something in here when you set things up that says Oh, hi, Gloria. That you can, there's something in here that says you can record together or go live together. I haven't ever tried it, but yeah, it says you can go live together with your friends. And I once decided I'd try to see how it worked, and I popped it on, and I said I wanted to go live together with my friends, and it said, waiting for you to invite a friend. So, you know, apparently you can. I just have never tried it. Hi, Cynthia. Pain Brain. Yeah. Do you and I ever do without Pain Brain though, Heather? I know when even before I had my surgery, of course, I had a Pain Brain to a degree because of my arthritis. So it's one or the other, you know. Oh yeah, I was gonna try painting this piece. This is from the companion. Was this the companion bundle? I think it's the companion bundle. And we got this pendant, which I think is really pretty. If you look at it really close, you can see it's all just pave around the bottom, but right here is a leaf, and there's a butterfly and a flower, but they're not real distinct. So I've been thinking I was going to try taking my paints, and I don't want to paint over the crystals, of course, but I could maybe paint a colored outline around like the leaf, the butterfly, and the flower. Maybe make them stand out some because they're driving me nuts just melding together like that. It's so pretty, but you want to see a paperclip earring? Okay, let's make one. I'm going to see if I can find something real simple in my box here that I think will make a good. You don't need very many beads, like maybe 3 or 4. The ones in my ears, I think, have got, is it 3 ear beads or just 4? And then some spacers. It's just 3 and some spacers. See, 3 and some spacers. And they are relatively easy, but they are so cute. And it doesn't have to be paperclip chain. You can use any kind of chain scraps. That's one of the reasons I always say don't throw away your chain scraps. Always keep your chain scraps because you can turn them into some of the prettiest things. Oh yeah, these butterflies and flowers here have middle holes. I was just gonna. Oh, I found something the other day when I was going through some of my stuff, still organizing, and I'm not organizing very much right now because I don't feel like it. But I found some little woven triangles. Hey, Dorothy. So how am I feeling? Not too bad right now. Like I was saying to the ladies when we started, I was a little tired and my pain medication also makes me a little nauseous, so I was a little bit not a real happy camper when we started out today, but I think we're settling all right here. So so I'm trying to decide what I want to use. For our paper clip here. And we want something. Oh, those are pretty. So what I want to do though is we want to take, and we just need a few beads of various sizes and a few spacers. So I'm thinking I'm gonna see how this works. We'll use those ones. So let's turn down. We'll get and we'll put one together really quickly, because they really don't take a long time to put together. The longest thing that you need to worry about is what do I want to use. So I haven't bought anything for a while. In fact, I haven't even really looked at too many sites right now, because I knew that with my surgery I wasn't going to have a lot of excess funding, especially since I needed to pay for some of my upcoming shows, which I think I have all but one of them paid for now. But the other day, the lights that I want, the new lights that I want for this setup, my tripod setup, I got a notice that they were on sale. And I'm like, oh yeah, you would put them on sale when I don't have a lot of funds. But a list before the sale. You know, that's always nice, Heather, because then you know what you're thinking about going for. And then people can, a lot of times I'll look at it and go, well, do I even care about this, that, or the next thing? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. So it's always nice to know if it's even something, because a lot of times, quite frankly, when I know I don't have the budget for something, I won't even go over to the live sales, because I know that I will spend money, because it's just this compulsion. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that has it. You see something pretty and go, ooh, I need that. Now, if you had time to think about it, you'd probably go, nah, I don't really need it that badly. I'll do without. But that compulsion's there always. So then I decide, you know what? I'm not even going over to look at it, because if I do, I'm going to buy something. So Mary, Heather's sales are every other Wednesday night. And since it's going to be tomorrow night, then that she has a sale tomorrow night, then in 2 weeks after that. Then she does Beating Besties on Sunday evening. Now it's 7 o'clock my time, but you know. Yeah, exactly. The compulsion is there. If I look, I will always buy something. You know, I haven't even been over on to Beadbox Bargains lately, because, well, I watched Lauren's preview thing this morning, and went, Rosie shouldn't have looked at this, because there's all kinds of stuff that she's adding that I want. What time tomorrow night? If I remember right, Heather, 6:15 Central Pacific, right? Exactly what I keep telling myself, Gloria. No, I don't want it. I have plenty of stuff. You're finding more and more stuff as you're organizing. You don't need anything more. You got tons. A little bit too many tons. My husband said, you know, if we added up the price of all your beads that you have around here, especially the more expensive gemstones, we're probably looking at tens of thousands of dollars worth of beads. um, so you're on Eastern time, Mary. So I'm pretty sure that Heather, yeah, 6:15 Pacific time, because Heather is in Arizona, Mesa to be exact, and so they don't do daylight savings. So she's at 6:15 right now. When they switch back into the wintertime, she'll be in the same time zone as me again, which is mountain, of course. So she's 6:15 for her time, 7:15 for me on mountain time, 8, and then 9, of course, for the east. You want this? Yeah, those are cute, weren't they? Those are really cute. Those, what, how do you pronounce that? Axolotls. I was thinking the otters myself, but what I really, really was falling in love with were all the coin beads. And I was like, I could do without most of those things, but oh, look at all those coin beads. They're so pretty. So we're not getting these paperclip chain earrings made. So we're going to turn down, and I will show you what I picked out, and we'll throw one or two of them together really quick because they aren't going to take long at all. It's probably one of the simplest earrings you can make. Oh, bye, Jenny. We'll see you next time. I have coin beads. Yes, I know I have coin beads, Gloria. But some of the ones she was showing are so pretty. So, but you're right. I have coin beads. I have rice beads. I have all kinds of beads. In fact, I have some really gorgeous coin beads that I got from Heather. Well, actually, were those the ones I got from Randy? Or they could have even been the ones I got from Sam's. They're you know what? I don't know what they are because everybody changes their name. One group says they're green angelite, then the next one says they're green moonstone, and no, they're green Larimar. I don't know, but I have 4 or 5 different sizes of them now. Some 2 different sizes of coins, some rounds, and what is that 4th shape? But so and I have some bargain bead box already too. Yes, you're right. I have lots of bargain bead box and stuff. So I got them from Randy and you. Yes, that's true. I'm fairly positive I got them from both, and I actually got one strand from Sam's as well. So I got lots of them, and they're gorgeous. I haven't used any of them yet. I think I'm heading towards that hoarding place with those because they're so pretty. And my hoard is worth money. Yeah, my hoard is worth money. So I'm going to turn down. I'll show you what we're going to throw a set of the paperclip chains together, earrings together really fast. You need stringing wire, Gloria? There you go. That's what, I said to one of my groups the other day, I said, I went over and bought some stuff at Auntie's Beads. And I was informed, I thought you said you were bead grounded and couldn't buy anything. And I said, but it's findings. Space, you always need findings. You're going to run out. You got to have them. So I didn't feel too guilty. Another thing I bought over there at Auntie's Beads was a spool of black wildfire because I'm almost out. I realized that the other day when I was getting ready to do something, and I thought, well, now you were thinking of doing a seed bead tassel, but how are you going to do a seed bead tassel if you don't have any wildfire? But stringing wire, the beading wire, I always get mine at Softlex, and I have I have quite a drawer full of it, but some of those ones I have are the discontinued ones. They don't have them anymore, which is just depressing to me, especially the greens. They got rid of their greens, which I was like, what the heck are you doing, people, getting rid of all the greens? You know, especially like the emerald green was perfect for Christmas time. And the peridot green, which I think they also got rid of lately, is great for spring and summer. Michael's with a coupon. Oh, a 100-foot spool. Now, I've never bought a 100 spool, but I do have a whole bunch of the 30-foot spools before. Seed beads. Nope, you're not doing it. Gotcha, Bonnie. Understood. So anyway, what I have pulled out of here is from the Mayflower's companion bundle. So we're going to cut some of these loose. These are actually a little bit bigger bead than I really need. But we're gonna work with them anyway. So this is the crackle glass. Get a couple of those, one for each earring. Come on, you. And these are more or less made just like a normal earring. You just don't want it to be really long to start out with. So we're going to get a couple of these little flower spacers. Come on. So that's I'm going to put those, I think. We'll see. And I have some of these these are pretty. What are these? These are another crackled crystal fasted rounds in marbled pink. So these aren't very big. And in this instance, actually, the bigger ones I have there might be too big. Because we don't want to overshadow anything. So let's see what we got here. Come on, you guys. I only need 2 of you. You guys can go back in the bag. So what I'm thinking of doing is go on the top right here. So just a little bead strand. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change this guy out. I still have my flower bead caps over here. And they might do better on top of them. See if you're going to stay on there and not fall off. You're starting to sink. So just to make sure we don't have a sinker here, we're going to get a couple of all right, I took that one off, and where did I put it? Huh. Weird. Put you on there. There's our little bottom piece. And we've decided we didn't need those. And I didn't hear a clunk, so it shouldn't have hit the floor. What did I do with that other bead? Oh, well, I'll find it sooner or later. And if I don't find it, my husband will when he decides he needs to straighten around my desk, because he always does sooner or later. I hate these long strands once they start taking the beads off. And obviously these were dyed on the strand. Pretty little pink parrot earrings. Now see, Angel needs to be here because Angel likes pink. So then we're just gonna and you can hardwire these directly on, or you can jump ring them onto the chain. And the next thing you want to do is decide how long you want these to be, because, you know, obviously how many links do we want to use? We're going to get this long if we use 3 links. And the sad part about this is that most of the paperclip chain is welded. So when you pull this apart, in all likelihood, you're going to have to cut it apart. And it is. So I'm going to get my come off there. So you're going to kill a couple of links. Now this is another one of these things that you could make that you can use any chain pieces on. You got a scrap of chain sitting around, grab it up, put it to use. I also do this with Jesse James Beads Chain Reaction, because it's so I'm going to hardwire these on. So to do that, I'm just going to make a regular loop here. But when I come around to make this side over here, I'm going to leave a gap right here, just a little gap, so that so that it allows the chain to slide right onto the, and then pull it up. And then we'll wrap this baby right here, right in place. Push it together, because of course it's pulled apart as you did that. I'm going to push this wire up. And I do that because when it's leaning like this, a lot of times when you do your first wrap, it's going to come way down here on your base strand. And let's face it, you don't want it down there. You're on. Come on, get hold. Sorry if my head's getting in your way. I want to make sure I get that down all the way. So there we go. So now you just have to jump ring it onto either ear wire or a post, whichever you prefer to use. And you've got a really pretty little tiny earring. Well, it's not really tiny, but it's got it's as long as a lot of the ones I usually wear, probably, but it doesn't seem like it, you know, if you're looking at it, because let's face it, it's leave your gap, Rose. It's pretty delicate at the top part with your chain just coming down like that. But anyway, as I was saying, chain reaction, if you use Jesse James's chain reaction for anything, and you have scraps, because inevitably you do because of the way they make it. Come on, baby, go on. Must not have left a big enough gap here. There we go. They also make a really good piece of chain to go in one of these little earrings with just the chain on it like this. Buying the consumables sucks, yes, but unfortunately they have to be done. You mean one of these right here at the bottom? Yeah, you have to be careful. That's one of the reasons I try to check and see if it will fall through because I have got things half finished before, and then the damn bead falls right out the bottom of it, and it's really frustrating. Would a dab of E6000 work? Well, it would, but you'd have to be real careful that it just teensy weensy. And that bead's not going to move, of course, as soon as you E6000 it onto the wire. So make sure you have it in the position you want it. So there we go. I swear this crackle, it says it's glass, but I swear it feels like it's acrylic half the time to me. So now we got to decide whether we want to just put these on regular ear wires or if we want them on posts. And because I don't have any obvious front and backs to any of these beads, you can use anything you want to close them up with. We have the regular, but I'm thinking we might want to use a pretty post for these. So don't need cutters anymore, so let's put those away. Have you ever accidentally reached up to get your pliers and you've got your cutters right there, and there's the pliers on the floor, and grabbed your cutters and flush cutters instead of your pliers? Hey, Georgina. So some of these are very expensive, like this pair, which I'm not going to use on these probably. I don't know what I'm going to use these for. They're sort of getting hoarded because they're a really pretty pair, but they're $3 for the pair. And I don't want to use the little teardrops, though they're very pretty and they're one of my favorites. I think it's too small, though it would work all right. These are also very pretty. They got the tanzanite crystal up in there. So it would look like so. I'm not sure about that either. Though this one I think is just too big for this, because then it's going to make it pretty long. Though I do love these posts. But, well, how long would it end up being? Under 3 still. What do you guys think? You like this one? This is one of my favorite ones. But you have to be careful what you put it with because it can overshadow it. Yeah, exactly. And oh man, isn't that like, oh, You just want to grab your head and go, oh no, what did I just do? I really didn't want to do that. But, okay, what did I do with my little bottle up there? They are. I think I have 3 there. I do. I only need 2. Oh, that's right. I dropped my second pair. Let's see if I can get to them easily. Well, screw it. I'll just use my flat nose. Well, I may need to use a bigger jump ring. Doesn't want to go with these little guys. Of course, that could be because I'm using this plier instead of the other one. What happens when you drop things? Let's do this again. And of course, you could make this a little shorter by just putting 2 in if you didn't want it as long. Ta-da! There's our earrings, all done. So now, because I have this dislike, and I admit it, of these kind of earring bags, I'm going to pull these off. Need more of these, Dorothy? I'm gathering up a whole bunch again. Pretty sure it was Dorothy I sent it to. And we'll put our new back on here. I like these because they're a little bigger to hold on to because they have this silicone slab here, and then they have the silicone goes into the little hole here as well, so it holds it really nicely from slipping off. So there we go, 1 pair of paperclip earrings. You need some more? Okay. I'll gather them up. I tend to just take them off and just drop them on my desk. So See about gathering you some more up and get them sent to you. It actually, I I asked this when I was opening up my scoops because I got a ton of lucite flowers, and I was wondering if anybody needs some lucite flowers, because I have a whole bunch of them, and I don't really need nearly as much as I got in my scoops. Let's see if I can, let's see, here they are. See, I got, well, actually, oh yeah, there they are, down in the bottom down there. Because I got a whole bunch, oops, and there goes a bead. Good at throwing my beads away, aren't I? There's more. I still do not know what kind of stone this is. I think it's a labradorite. It's pretty. Whoa, don't drop it. Anyway, as I was saying, is if there's anybody like they could use some of the lucite flowers. I got quite a few of them, and I seriously do not need this many lucite flowers. Oh, that's chandelier, not a lucite flower. I never told you what I want. Yeah. So I have, and I think there's some more in another one of the packages. So see, I got 2 of these, 2 of those, a bunch of the littles, and I'm pretty sure I had some more of these too. Oh, there's my son too. Don't look sad. He's cool. I like him. And so, but one thing you can do that I haven't done recently is, well, I think they might be 2 different colors. I don't care. But you can, these the same size. Yeah. So these ones I will give away. One of these I'll give away. One of these I'll give away. If anybody wants some, just let me know, and I'll see about getting some to you. And then we have these. What I was going to say is you can, oh, I went and put away the ones I was saying I was going to use something to show you something with. Yeah, it's because they're the same size. But you can take, those are the giveaways. You can take these and you can stack them to make another style of flower. And just take and stack one inside the other, and make a whole little stack of flowers, because they're different sizes as you go along, and become quite pretty. Giveaway ones. Anyway. So, I definitely will give these away, as well as these two, if anybody wants some. I just saw Dorothy say she wanted the blue. I was going to keep that pack with the blue, with the 2 sizes of blue. But you know what? I don't really care. So those go to Dorothy, apparently. So these are going to Dorothy, along with all of my my little backer pieces wherever I dig them off of my desk. And Heather, you know, I don't know, to be truthful with you. I was hoping to get some bone beads, which I didn't. Well, I think I got one little set of bone beads. See, those are for Dorothy. I should make a note of that on top of that. And dig out all of my odds and ends. Let's turn back up since we finished our earrings here. No, that's all right. I don't really care about the that much, Dorothy. I've had those lucite flowers a lot, and I don't really use them a lot when it comes right down to it, so I don't mind giving them away. So anyway, see, there's our earring. And you can see it's about the same length as the one I actually have on. So, ta-da. So, pretty simple, straightforward, easy to make, doesn't take much materials, and they're a pretty earring. Anyway, in my opinion, they are. I like them. So, so yeah, I actually have had some lucite flowers and that I actually gave away in a drawing after I got them because I got a whole bunch of the lucite trumpet-like flowers in the same drawing that raffle that I got the Swarovskis in. So thank you guys. And very simple, sort of again like the pearl stuff yesterday. You don't have to put a lot of stuff to make something really pretty. You know, you can make stuff really simple and easy just by stringing a few things together. And um, these are more delicate than a lot of earrings are because I just have the chain length down them and I didn't put a big huge bead strand here. So so even the people that like a long earring but would prefer something delicate, these are great for them. Well, obviously I do sometimes because I'm wearing one right now. Um, so I'm glad you guys like them. Hey, guess what? We've been on for an hour and 15 and we were on about 10 minutes before the internet futzed out on us earlier. So I think it's time probably for us to call it a day. What do you guys think? Anyway, anybody else want some more lucite flowers, by all means, let me know, and I will see about getting you some of these that I got in my scoop because, like I said, I still have some from way back when that I don't use them very often. I think they're pretty, but I just don't use them very often. Um, so if anybody else wants some of those, by all means, please let me know, and I will get those to you. Heather, I'll have to go through your scoops again to see if there's anything that I want, and you can tell me what you want as well. And because I know there's things we want of each other's stuff. And so we're going to call it a day. I may go take a nap. And then again, I might just sit here and work on at least the necklaces for my pearl necklaces because they're not hard to make and I can whip them out pretty quickly. I do have the silver Coriana chain that I had sitting here. I have enough to make like 3 or 4 more necklaces. And I still have the rose gold, which I think I'm going to pair maybe with some copper stuff as far as the earrings are concerned. So anyway, I am going to let you ladies all go. I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you live tomorrow. Normally we wouldn't, as you all know. Normally tomorrow, Wednesday, I would have had a recorded video for you. I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like recording anything. So we'll be live again tomorrow. Same time. And I hope you all have a lovely afternoon. Like I said, I think I may just go take a nap. Looks like a few other people are saying that they could go for a nap as well. So let's go for it, ladies. Let's go take our nap, shall we? We'll see you all later. Do the live less work. That's true, Gloria. It is less work to do a live. That's why I don't feel like recording. I'm not sure what we'll work on tomorrow, but we'll work on something. I've got just have to give it some thought. So, Lily's getting lonely. She was in my room laying on my bed when I left. So, I just heard her screaming a second ago. So I was really surprised. I was talking to Randy and Jefferson on Sunday night after they got moved over to Mandan, and Lily came by and rubbed on me, and they said they had never seen my Lily, and I thought, well, I know she's been on my lives before, but then Randy doesn't very often pop into the lives, so she does every once in a while, but not very often. So I showed them. So. Thanks, Dorothy. I will. So anyway, I'm gonna take my nap unless I feel too restless and decide to work on some of the necklaces. I don't feel like doing the earrings right now because let's face it, they're a little bit more work than the necklaces are. I'm gonna change that one necklace out that is made, but I decided I didn't want it that way. And we'll see what we decide to do after that. I got an itchy ear. What did I do with my water? There it is. So anyway, ladies, we'll see you tomorrow morning. So have a nice rest of the day. Happy beating, as they say. And I know everybody's gonna. You have 11 days before your trip. Where are you heading to, Dorothy? I seem to remember you saying something. But Jamaica. Ooh, fun. Well, that ought to be a blast. Well, have a good time. Like I said, I'll go around my desk here and gather up all my odds and end earring bags so we can get those sent off to you again. So we'll see everybody tomorrow. Well, as long as you can make it tomorrow. If you can't make it tomorrow, I understand because you can't always make it. So anyway, bye-bye, everyone.